Have you ever been in a situation where you was looking for something but couldn't find it, and it had you stuck in a situation where you couldn't move? Well, this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and we are Elm Streets. And I'm about to tell you something before I get to my destination. I was in a holding pattern for like a month, and I'm trying to get my vehicle fixed. And due to inclement weather and lack of merchandise being there to be shipped, or lack of it being in inventory, I was unable to obtain that product. What it was transmission fluid I needed for my vehicle. Because once I got the warning, I can't roll the dice. I got the warning, the sign came up. I needed my transmission flush, so therefore I took heed to advice from those who know more than I do. I parked it and rented the vehicle. Now I've been renting the vehicle for several weeks, right? And so what happens is that I've been renting the vehicle for several weeks, and in expectation of the product coming in, and product didn't come in, and then the weather hit another week, then the rain came, and all types of things happen. No, it's just like life. You cannot predict. You don't even expect, but it still happens. And so to get to the bottom of it, and then we came to that previous day where I thought, hey, we got a good day. Mechanic can work on the car, get transmission flush, and I'm straight. I can return to rental, right? So we thought that's simple. Yeah, some of my friends said, well, they thought that the mechanic was taking me for a ride. No, I don't believe he was. I believe that there, as explained to me, say he never used Amazon or what have you, because for the simple reason that things may come and you cannot replace them, whatever the reason was. So I used it. I got it. I got the product, and so therefore we used it. Now we didn't have to use all the product. I got four containers, and we just need to use one. So that's good, right? Good for me. So I need to go see next day to see if it's possible, if we can actually refund the information, refund the unused portion, because it was tad bit costly. Yes, it was. Tad bit costly. I got my vehicle fixed, right? My tires up there. I said, yeah. Got the rental car, drove off. Left. The next morning, I was about to go do a session, do a class. And I pulled my driver's side. I pulled in the back doors and even the trunk. And to my surprise, they would not open. Yeah, that's right. They would not open. I put the key in the car. And then so I was from where I mean, I was like, where the world did I put my key at? My key. So I'm chin up the road. I'm looking at the other vehicle. I'm trying to look for the key. So I was in a holding pattern because I could not find the key. She still had a movement in the rental, but this rental needs to be turned back in because this rental is rented. The car owned is mine. So I was in a holding pattern. So often we get a holding pattern and then we stay stuck in that pattern and we spaz out and get frantic. Now, I gave myself my 90 seconds. I was like, well, it's here. I'm looking. I went away. I called the gym and I tried to follow up to what my memory took me to. And then when it came down to it, I remember putting the key in the car. And for some reason, I got information said that my car has a thing where it is unable to lock your keys in the car. Well, I can say that was not the case. I was able to get the car open, and when I got the vehicle open, and guess what was in the car? Which I knew it was because I didn't go I didn't go too many places. And by me not going any places, I knew my tracking of my movement was very limited. So I knew I only went one spot, two spots. I looked at those spots two or three times. I even called location. I went the next morning and it wasn't there. I said it has to be in the vehicle. Called Fred and prayed that it come back to my memory. And I think certain things was in unconscious movements. Now, when we opened up the car, I looked on the sides of the door, and the sides of my door don't have locks on it in the center console. Well, I unlock and lock the door. So ask me this: how in the world did I lock the key in the car? For some odd reason, I may have locked the key locked the door with the key prior to closing it. That's the only explanation. I pressed the button and so I locked the key in the car. Sometimes in our lives, what happens is that we're so busy trying to get to a certain location, and then we have something that's been waiting. You've been waiting for with high expectations. Now you've been waiting patiently. Yeah, God's promise is right there. You see the prize right there, but you're waiting for some certain things to fall in place to open it up. And then when it comes, now you're showing patience, long suffering, all the fruits of the spirit will be fixed I mean, they keep going on, and you're not getting upset at the individual supposed to be fixing it because he has no control over it. You're putting he has no control over it. Have some people get upset. Say, well, you're supposed to be caddy. You're supposed to control this. No, 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 no. I'm not going to do all that. So this thing about life, you have things that you're waiting to open up, and you know they have a destination. It's a time frame on it. And then when you get to the point where you open it up, say yes, and then you actually get in behind the wheel, you drive it, and you say, it's good, right? But all the time you still lock the key in the door and cannot use what you want to use at the time you thought you'd be using it. It's like your waiting would appear to be in vain. It only been in vain if you panic in that situation and not thought it out. I did not panic in the situation. I just evaluated where I've been, where I was going, and what I need to do to get beyond the first move. It's all a chess move. What I did is sometimes I was in a stuck pattern and I utilized patience.